Hi, this is Randy. This video is for young women. Ladies, when you meet a man who is divorced and he tells you that the reason why he got divorced was because his wife never wanted to have sex. Their sex drives just didn't match, and she made him sleep on the couch. They hadn't had sex for weeks or months, and he just couldn't take it anymore. He had to get out of there, and then you find out who you ask who filed for the divorce, and it'll be the wife who filed, not him. But he's glad she filed because he wasn't happy because she just wasn't giving him enough sex. Now this is a common reason that men who are divorced will talk about, and this is a huge red flag. There's only one legitimate reason on the part of the man to give this excuse, and that is if he was truly married to a narcissist. It's a possibility. If he was married to a narcissist, it is very well possible that his story is true, and that he did nothing to cause the woman to, or his ex-wife, to not want to have sex with him. He did nothing, and the reason she stopped having sex was because, the only reason she was having it to begin with prior to marriage was to trap him, and she didn't love him, and she had no interest in him. And in order to do that, in order to play that game with a man and go through a marriage, you have to be a narcissist, a female narcissist. The more likely event is that the man was doing all sorts of crap, causing the woman not to want to have sex with him. He was possibly pushing her boundaries. He was mistreating her. He was being mean to her. He was cruel. He called names. He didn't express his needs appropriately. He it wasn't even the reason. It's a response to the fact that she divorced him, and then in his mind later he comes up with, well, she wasn't really having sex with me. It's also a ploy to get you to have sex with him because he's been deprived, right? It's a way to put you in a position, young lady, to be different from his wife and to prove to him and say, oh, I'm not like that. I really want to have sex. Oh, I love sex. I love men. I'm different. I'll never do that. I'll never do that to you. I want to have sex now, tomorrow, the next day, and every single day I'm with you, no matter, how you treat me. I'm just really, really into sex. I have a high sex drive. Oh yeah, that was my problem with my ex-boyfriend too. He didn't want to have sex very much. Okay, so I'm just giving some examples here of what really happened in that man's relationship. When they come up with this line, And it's at least 75% of the time a line, unless they were married to a narcissist. That's the only case that this complaint could be true and not really truly the man's fault. Because if a woman does not want to have sex with you and you're married to her and she's not a narcissist and she loves you and she's in the marriage for the right reason, she will want to have sex with you. No, she won't have it maybe every day or 10 times a day as much as you want. But she's not going to withhold it for weeks or months unless you've done something or not done something. Again, if she's a narcissist, it's a different story. So if you get this kind of line from a man that was married before, and he tells you, my wife wouldn't have sex with me, that is a huge red flag. It's not necessarily a red flag that he's a narcissist, but it's a red flag that he's blaming his wife for something that was his fault, his responsibility. It's his responsibility to make the wife feel safe, comfortable, and it's his responsibility to cause her to want to have sex. It's his responsibility to do that. Women just don't go around wanting to have sex automatically, especially if they're being treated like shit, if they're starting to mistrust, if their partner isn't pulling their weight, if their partner seems like he doesn't give a shit, if their partner isn't listening to them, if their partner's mean to them, if their partner's never around and disinterested in them. This is the fault of the man, and the way he corrects it is by changing his behavior. If he changes his behavior, if he's not married to a narcissist, he just has to change his behavior and he will get the sex that he wants. So using that as an excuse to present to a new woman is a ploy, and it's just a huge red flag, and a lot of them do it. A lot of them do it. So if you still want to go forward with a divorced man who claims his wife wouldn't have sex with him and that's why they got a divorce, you better rethink that one real good and find out more about the wife. Find out through the rest of the stuff he tells you about her if she seems like she was a narcissist or not. If she seems like she was like a responsible person and somebody that, doesn't sound like a narcissist, other than the fact she never would have sex with him. Think again, ladies. The guy's twisted, he's bullshitting, or he's in denial about what his responsibility was in the marriage, that he was not keeping up his own end of the bargain, and he tells you that she didn't have sex with him so that you feel sorry for him and you start putting out ASAP. Thanks for listening.